Hollywood is always shining with bright lights, but behind the scenes it's filled with taboo secrets, from a powerful CEO's cotton-air kiss to a pop star publicly naming her child after her secret lover, or dangerous whispers in the White House that changed her fate. Each incident has left the public stunned. These are not just secret love affairs, but a series of shocks that shook the entire entertainment world. And right after, you will witness 25 of the most scandalous cheating scandals of all time in Hollywood. On July 16, 2025, the digital world exploded when one of the most powerful tech CEOs, Andy Byron of the billion-dollar software company Astronomer, was caught on camera at a Coldplay concert in Boston. And it wasn't any business moment, but his controversial kiss with Tristan, the company's human resources director. The scene played out on the Kiss Cam, the stadium's giant screen where tens of thousands of spectators witnessed it live before it quickly became a global sensation. The confused reactions of both men hastily covering their faces from the camera lens only made the audience laugh, while on social media tens of millions of views and shares turned the moment into an uncontrollable storm. Even Coldplay's lead singer Chris Martin had to make a joke. Oh, look at that. But the consequences were not gentle. Andy Byron was already married to Meghan Carey and the father of two, while Tristan was also said to be in a relationship. Just 3 days later, on July 19, 2025, Byron announced his resignation as CEO after both were suspended by the board. What started out as a funny moment quickly became the subject of memes and sparked outrage among some former Astronomer employees who denounced Byron's toxic management style and felt his public downfall was sweet justice. The Andy Byron-Tristan saga is a clear example that in the age of social media, it's not just Hollywood stars who have to live under the spotlight. Anyone from powerful leaders to ordinary business people can become the center of the world's attention with just one click. What about you? Have you ever heard of this shocking scandal? Please leave a comment. Yes, if you know, or no. If this is your first time hearing the story. Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, and Angelina Jolie, few love triangles have rocked Hollywood and the global media like theirs. In the early 2000s, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were considered the golden couple of American cinema. Their marriage was the epitome of perfection, rich, famous, and adoring. Everything seemed perfect, from red carpet appearances to everyday moments that were scrutinized by the press. However, it all came crashing down in 2005 when Brad and Jennifer officially divorced, a huge shock to fans around the world. Soon after Brad Pitt's relationship with Angelina Jolie, his co-star in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, exploded immediately, sparking a wave of intense speculation. People wondered, did this new love begin while Brad was still married to Jennifer? Newspapers, fan pages, and social media forums were flooded with rumors dividing public opinion into two camps. One side sympathized with Jennifer, feeling that she was betrayed and left in pain. The other side was fascinated by Brad and Angelina's explosive love story, considering it a fated love full of passion and drama. Brad and Angelina quickly became Hollywood's new power couple. Together, they raised 6 children, participated in charity events, and created an image of an ideal modern family. However, things did not last forever. After nearly a decade together, they held a romantic wedding in 2014, but just 2 years later, they filed for divorce. This breakup surprised the public and reminded them that even the most passionate, celebrated, and controversial love affairs can end in failure. The stories of Brad, Jennifer, and Angelina are clear evidence that love, fame, and media pressure can create difficult decisions, and sometimes even seemingly perfect relationships can fall apart. In 2022, the music and fashion world was shaken by a scandal that few expected. Levine, the charismatic lead singer of Maroon 5, once admired for his image as the perfect husband and father with supermodel Behati Prinsloo was unexpectedly exposed for having an affair that lasted for a year with Sumner Stroh, a famous TikTok star. But the detail that really shocked the public was the accusation that Levine had suggested naming his unborn child with Behati after his lover, a bold request not only considered treasonous but also contemptuous, quickly became the focus of a wave of outrage on social media. Although Adam Levine later denied any physical relationship, he admitted to crossing the line in shameful messages and behavior. This explanation could not calm public opinion, especially when many other women also stood up to confirm that they had received inappropriate messages from the male singer. This scandal destroyed the sexy rock star image that Levine had worked hard to build for many years. From an admired icon, he became the center of criticism, at the same time leaving deep and inconsolable pain for Behati Prinsloo and her small family. Right at the moment when they should have been happiest, when they were waiting for their little angel. Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore, a love story that once made Hollywood look up to them, but eventually turned into a bitter tragedy. When they publicly dated, the whole world focused on this relationship with a 15-year age gap. Demi Moore, the sex symbol and power of the 90s, paired up with Ashton Kutcher, a young actor who rose to fame through comedic roles. This seemingly strange combination created an image of a love that transcended all limits, making the public admire. They got married in 2005 in a cozy wedding where many people believed that Demi finally found complete happiness after previous breakups. During the early years, they appeared in public with sweet moments, bright smiles, tight handshakes, as if to prove that the age gap was nothing compared to understanding and deep love. But then, the dark side of the relationship began to emerge. In 2011, the news broke. Ashton Kutcher had cheated on Demi with a 21-year-old girl he met at a party at a bowling alley in San Diego. This shock not only caused a media explosion, but also pushed Demi Moore into the abyss of suffering. The image of her young, perfect husband in the public eye immediately collapsed. According to Demi's tearful memoir, Inside Out, the betrayal did not stop at the act of adultery. Before that, she had felt the change. Kutcher became distant cold and often lied about where he lived. He avoided frank conversations, leaving gaps in Demi's heart. Those invisible cracks gradually turned into deep wounds, paving the way for a cruel betrayal. What hurt Demi the most was the feeling of emotional betrayal. She once believed she had found a true companion, but that trust was exchanged for lies. The pain not only destroyed the marriage, but also eroded the strong image that Demi had once maintained. In 2013, they officially divorced. For Demi, this marriage left an indelible scar not only in her heart, but also in the eyes of the public who once believed that theirs was a testament to a love that transcended time. As for Kutcher, the cheating scandal became an indelible mark on his career and personal life, forever associated with the name Demi Moore as a scandalous chapter. This is not just a failed marriage. It is a reminder that in the glittering world of Hollywood, love can start like a fairy tale. Jay-Z and Beyonce, the most powerful duo in the world of music, once shocked the online community and the media with one of the most famous cheating scandals. Everything started to explode in 2014 when a leaked video showed Solange Knowles, Beyoncé's younger sister, directly confronting and attacking Jay-Z in the elevator at the Met Gala. This tense moment quickly spread on social media, causing fans and the media to be excited and discuss, is the seemingly perfect relationship of this powerful couple really sustainable? Not stopping there, in 2016, the secret about Jay-Z's suspected infidelity was publicly exposed through Beyoncé's album Lemonade. This album is not only a musical masterpiece, but also a powerful, painful statement about betrayal, anger, and the journey of emotional healing after the shock of being cheated on. The phrase "Becky with the good hair" quickly became a symbol referring to the third woman in the story, causing a stir in public opinion and making the powerful love story suddenly become full of confusion. The public reaction was also extremely fierce, from debates on social networks, articles in tabloids, to in-depth analysis of Jay-Z and Beyonce's personal lives, all revolved around the question, can their love overcome this betrayal? However, Beyonce and Jay-Z have proven the enduring strength of their relationship, still sticking together, maintaining their position as a power couple in the world music industry. Their story became a living proof that even admired relationships likened to perfect models can hide deep secrets, complications, and challenges that the public rarely knows about. It reminds us that love, power, and fame always come with unpredictable pitfalls, and sometimes even the strongest people face pain and betrayal. Gerard, Pique, and Shakira, a love story that was once hailed as a modern fairy tale. When they met on the set of a music video, the connection between the top soccer star and the Latin queen immediately became a hot topic in the media. For many years, they built the image of an ideal family. Love that transcended borders and ages, two adorable children, and sweet moments on the field and stage making the whole world admire. However, everything began to shake when rumors about Pique's party lifestyle arose. In 2022, the real shock came to the public when both announced their separation. In just a few hours, social networks were flooded with rumors about Pique's affair. The media constantly dug in, following every move, every word, of both, turning their private story into a show in front of millions of global viewers. Shakira, who has always maintained a strong and powerful image, admitted for the first time to the press and fans, "This is the most painful experience of my life." Those words not only reflected her personal pain, but also showed the terrible pressure of the media spotlight. Every happy moment was now scrutinized. Every ordinary gesture became a topic of discussion. Meanwhile, Pique also faced a wave of fierce criticism. Leaked text messages, photos, and stories of late-night parties made him the focus of anger. This power couple had to find a way to balance the public, the media, and their two young children while dealing with their own emotions, a challenge that seemed insurmountable. Their story is a living proof that even the most admired relationships, seemingly unshakable, can fall apart under the pressure of betrayal and the constant scrutiny of the outside world. It shows that sometimes modern fairy tales come at the price of real pain, and that the human heart, no matter how strong, can be broken by betrayal and the global spotlight. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver, a couple once considered the epitome of power and the perfect family in Hollywood, were together for 25 years, creating a perfect combination of fame, politics, media, and the image of a complete family. They were once the golden couple in the public eye, symbols of success, power, and stability in the tumultuous world of Hollywood and politics. However, in 2011, that perfect curtain collapsed in a storm of outrage. When a shocking secret was revealed, Arnold Schwarzenegger had fathered a child with Mildred "Patty" Beyonce, the family's longtime housekeeper 14 years earlier. What shocked the public even more was the timing of the birth of the child, Joseph Beyonce, just 1 week after Arnold and Mariah's youngest son was born. This tragic and painful image, both the housekeeper and Maria were pregnant at almost the same time in the family's lavish mansion, shocked the public and the media. This truth was not only a mental shock to Maria Shriver, but also a heavy blow to the image of Arnold, who had been hailed as a Hollywood hero, a model governor, and a symbol of power. In the public eye, a man who seemed perfect, complete, and full of family responsibility was now revealed to have dark secrets, years of deception, and an unforgivable act of betrayal. When Maria Shriver discovered the truth, she had to face not only the pain of betrayal, but also public humiliation. the loss of a lifelong relationship, and the curious judgmental eyes of the media. The scandal quickly became one of Hollywood's most shocking stories of infidelity, demonstrating how even the most powerful, happy, and perfect families can be torn apart by a hidden secret. At the same time, it also highlighted the inner strength and resilience of Maria Shriver, a woman who faced extreme pain but still maintained her dignity and self-respect. Jude Law and Sienna Miller, two talented and charismatic British movie stars, were the most admired couple in the entertainment industry. When they got engaged in 2004, their images appeared in magazines, red carpet events, and the media as a perfect testament to youthful, romantic, and stylish love. However, less than a year later, that perfect curtain suddenly collapsed. Jude Law was forced to publicly confess to having an affair with the nanny of his children from his previous marriage. The incident immediately became the focus of international media. The elegant and charming image that Law had built was seriously tarnished. Sienna Miller, who was loved for her strong personality and independent style, had to go through deep emotional pain and public shame when this betrayal was exposed to millions of viewers. The story became even more complicated when, after this heartbreaking experience, Sienna Miller herself later became involved in an affair with the actor Balthasaretti, who was then married. This behavior turned her from the position of victim to the position of offender, creating a complicated and unstable emotional spiral. The scandal was not only a personal scandal, but also a lesson in the fragile line between love, loyalty, and temptation. It showed that even famous, successful, admired, and seemingly perfect individuals can fall into complicated moral situations. The media continuously exploited the story, with audiences divided between those who sympathized with Miller's pain and those who criticized both for their moral lapses. Ultimately, the story of Jude Law and Sienna Miller becomes a living testament to the fragility of love in showbiz, where fame, temptation, and public pressure can turn anyone into a victim or a perpetrator, no matter how famous or successful they are. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner were once the epitome of the perfect Hollywood family. The two of them had weathered the pressures of fame together, raised 3 children, and built stable careers. The image they created made the public think that this was an unshakable love and marriage. However, things began to change when allegations arose that Affleck had an affair with their children's nanny. This rumor quickly spread, becoming the focus of the media and social networks. Garner, in later interviews, emphasized that the real reason for the breakup was much more complicated, including pressure from work differences in lifestyle and personal problems that the couple encountered. However, public opinion still kept talking about the affair, calling into question the image of an exemplary father and ideal husband that Affleck had built. The breakup took place under close public scrutiny. Garner has been praised for her mature and tactful handling of the situation, remaining respectful of Affleck in the media, and protecting their children from the noise. Meanwhile, Affleck has faced public pressure not only about his personal life, but also about his film career. Their story proves that even the most admired relationships can fall apart, and that persistent rumors and the stigma of infidelity can haunt celebrities for years. It is a reminder that behind the Hollywood spotlight, relationships are still subject to harsh pressure from the constant scrutiny of the public and the media. During the golden age of Hollywood, Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher were seen as the epitome of the perfect family. Reynolds's innocent, simple image, combined with Fisher's charm, made them the most beloved couple. The two had 2 adorable children together, and in the eyes of the public, they seemed to be the embodiment of perfect, flawless happiness. People admired their life, seeing it as proof that love and career could go hand in hand. However, tragedy began to arise when Elizabeth Taylor became the center of a personal tragedy. The loss of her first husband, Eddie Fisher, who was a close friend and longtime companion of both Reynolds and Taylor, came to Taylor to comfort and support her in her extreme mental pain. What initially seemed like just care and comfort gradually turned into a secret relationship going beyond the limits of friendship. Fisher began to spend more time with Taylor, and gradually the two were immersed in a secret love affair. Finally, the shocking decision happened. Fisher abandoned Debbie Reynolds and her 2 children to marry Elizabeth Taylor. This incident was not just a normal divorce, but became a global media shock. Magazines, news programs, and talk shows immediately reported it loudly, leaving the public everywhere, shocked and disappointed. Many people who loved Reynolds expressed their indignation and sympathy for her mental shock and the double betrayal she had to endure from her husband and from her close friend. For Reynolds, this shock was a deep wound, not only affecting her spirit, but also creating difficulties in maintaining her public image. She was forced to face the cruel truth that a seemingly complete family could be broken up because of greed and secret relationships. In addition, the fact that her children witnessed the betrayal also multiplied the pain, forcing Reynolds to take care of herself while protecting her children from the negative effects of the scandal. However, Debbie Reynolds did not let this shock defeat her. With her inherent strength and resilience, she gradually overcame the pain focused on her career and took care of her children. Reynolds' story became a symbol of women's strength and perseverance, proving that even when faced with the most painful betrayals, people can still stand up and find light after the darkness. At the same time, this scandal is also a reminder that fame, love, and happiness are never certain, and that one person's decisions can have a profound impact on the lives of many others. Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix. 2 prominent faces of the reality TV series Vanderpump Rules once maintained a relationship that lasted 9 years, a long and rare period in the volatile and dramatic world of reality TV. During that time, they were considered one of the strongest couples, always appearing with a close and affectionate image in public. However, in 2023, Ariana Madix discovered Sandoval's shocking betrayal. He had an affair with Raquel Leviche, a co-star and close friend of hers. This information came to light when Madix accidentally discovered inappropriate content on Sandoval's phone, collapsing the trust she had had in him for nearly a decade. The scandal quickly exploded on social media and was dubbed Scandival, spreading rapidly. The global fan community and audience reacted with anger and deep disappointment. What was particularly galling was that Sandoval did not publicly apologize directly to Madix. Instead, he issued a general statement on social media expressing a lack of remorse and an indifference to the feelings of the woman he had been with for nearly a decade. The episode that revealed the incident became a vivid example of how betrayal not only hurts those directly involved, but also causes widespread outrage among fans who love the couple and feel cheated. Along with Ariana, Scandival emphasized that even in an entertainment environment where drama is everyday, betrayal of deep feelings can still have serious consequences, both personally and in public. In public, Hollywood has always been home to brilliant but also stormy love stories, and the love affair between Hugh Grant and Elizabeth Hurley was one of the most prominent scandals of the 90s. At that time, they were considered the most charming couple in Tinseltown. Hugh Grant with his elegant, charming, and charismatic demeanor, while Elizabeth Hurley possessed a powerful and enchanting presence on the red carpet, creating a perfect image in the eyes of the public. However, in 1995, that perfect curtain collapsed. Quickly, Grant was caught in a sensitive situation with another woman while still dating Hurley. Immediately, the incident exploded all over the newspapers, media, and social networks. The image of the elegant man, the symbol of Hollywood love, was now associated with an adultery scandal. Shocking fans, photos, articles, and news stories flooded in, turning the couple's private life into a public spectacle, rocking Tinseltown. Although their relationship did not last long after the scandal, Elizabeth Hurley demonstrated her extraordinary inner strength. Instead of turning her pain into hatred, she maintained respect for Grant, maintaining a special bond. Elizabeth later even asked Grant to be godfather to her son, a testament to forgiveness, tolerance, and friendship that endures through scandal. Their story is proof that sometimes a breakup does not necessarily lead to hatred. On the contrary, it can open the door to another extraordinary relationship, a deep friendship based on forgiveness, maturity, and respect. Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren, a story that was once considered a perfect model in the world of sports and showbiz. Tiger, the golf legend with countless titles, appeared to the public as a model of perfection, exemplary athlete, devoted husband, and loving father, next to the beautiful Elin and their children. But in 2009, that perfect shell began to crack. The first rumors of Woods' affair began to appear, initially just vague rumors, but enough to make the public suspicious. A few days later, a serious car accident involving Tiger broke out, causing a storm of news. Immediately, the media hunted for every detail, every explanation. Leaving the public stunned, like a broken dam, other women publicly confirmed intimate relationships with Woods, turning one or two initial rumors into a long list of affairs. Tiger's image as a legend, family icon, and consummate athlete had been completely shattered in the eyes of the public. His victories on the golf course were now overshadowed by his personal scandal, turning his career into a hotbed of controversy. The scandal reached its climax in 2010 when Tiger and Elin Nordegren officially divorced after years of tension and hurt. The divorce was not only emotionally painful, but also dealt a devastating blow to the reputation, career, and public image of one of the greatest athletes of all time. It was a reminder that even seemingly perfect icons can harbor dark secrets, and that the spotlight, media, and public scrutiny can crack any perfect veneer. Ozzy Osbourne, the rock legend, and Sharon Osbourne. His tough wife and shrewd manager were once the epitome of a power couple in the entertainment industry. However, their years-long marriage was marred by one of Hollywood's most notorious cheating scandals. Sharon discovered that Ozzy had cheated on her not just once, but had 6 extramarital affairs, including homosexual relationships. The extent of this betrayal shocked the entire family and the public. Sharon, known for her outspoken and assertive personality, experienced a deep sense of betrayal, from personal pain to anger, at the realization of the secrets her husband had kept hidden for years. She did not hesitate to express that a husband who made such a serious mistake should suffer long-term and public consequences, while asserting that her power and position in the entertainment industry were unshaken. The scandal became a global media sensation. With Ozzy's every move, word, and action scrutinized, interviews, talk shows, and articles focused on analyzing the severity of the betrayal and how Sharon dealt with it. Not only did Sharon protect herself and her family, she also demonstrated her ability to maintain her personal brand, protect her reputation and career in a context where the public constantly followed her every move. This scandal clearly demonstrated that even the most powerful couples are not immune to profound challenges. It is a living testament to Sharon Osbourne's resilience, intelligence, and inner strength as she turned her pain into strength, both protecting her family and maintaining her position in the harsh entertainment world. In the world of YouTube and digital content creation, there is no shortage of shocking stories, and the story of Ned and Ariel Fulmer is a prime example. Ned Fulmer, a prominent member of the Try Guys group, has long cultivated an image of a perfect husband, always showing deep love and devotion to his wife, Ariel, and 2 sons. This image has become an indispensable part of his personal brand and is the reason why millions of loyal fans love him. However, in September 2022, that perfect curtain collapsed. Ned was discovered to be having an affair with Alexandria Herring. An active producer on the group's show. The incident not only shocked Ariel and the fan community, but also represented a serious breach of trust in a professional work environment. The immediate aftermath, Ned Fulmer was fired from Try Guys, a devastating blow to the career he had worked so hard to build over the years. Initially, the media only briefly reported on his relationship with an employee, but inside sources later revealed that Ariel and Ned, despite the profound turmoil, had worked things out. The couple are said to still be together, demonstrating the power of forgiveness and the ability to heal in a damaged relationship. Their story proves that even in the public and pressured environment of social media, deep wounds can be healed with patience, honesty, and determination. It is a reminder that behind every perfect social media image, there are deep personal challenges that no one but the people involved can fully understand. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Smith, Hollywood's most famous and powerful couple, have built a strong, long-lasting relationship in the public eye. However, their story is not simple and became the center of controversy in 2020. Rapper August Alsina suddenly revealed that he had a romantic relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith. And the most shocking thing is that this relationship took place with Will Smith's explicit permission. This revelation immediately created a wave of outrage and discussion throughout Hollywood, as well as social media. The story left the public surprised and confused by how a seemingly perfect marriage could exist with such complicated boundaries. Initially, Jada denied Alsina's statement, but then she and Will appeared on the show Red Table Talk, where Jada publicly admitted that the relationship was an entanglement, while she and Will were temporarily separated peacefully. In Jada's view, the act did not constitute adultery in the traditional sense, but it was still a testy tale of trust and boundaries in marriage. The incident sparked a wide-ranging debate about the concept of fidelity, about how relationships can be fluid and complex in the world of entertainment, where the spotlight never turns off. Once again, the public witnessed how even the most powerful, wealthy, and beloved couples can face difficult emotional and moral situations where the lines between love, loyalty, and personal freedom become blurred. This story is not only a shocking scandal, but also a lesson in the complexity of modern love, where the definitions of relationships, fidelity, and forgiveness can be completely different from the traditional norms that the public has come to expect. Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian were once a closely watched couple, but their relationship quickly became a symbol of betrayal in the showbiz world. While loyalty was a sacred oath, Tristan broke it publicly, leaving Khloe to face pain she did not deserve. Before meeting Tristan, Khloe had already experienced pain from her ex-husband Lamar Odom, but the scandal with Tristan was much more serious and complicated. As Khloe prepared to welcome her first child, rumors of Tristan's affair began to spread. A family member recalled, "No one had the courage to tell Khloe because she was just a few days away from giving birth. Finally, I had to tell her because it was the right thing to do." The incident quickly exploded in the media when Marilee Nichols, who accused Tristan of having a child with her, became the center of attention. Just days later, Tristan admitted to having an affair and fathering a child with Marilee while still dating Khloe. The constant repetition and severity of the betrayals caused extreme pain for Khloe, exposing her emotional wounds to millions of fans who watched her on reality TV. The story is proof that even the most closely watched relationships can fall apart under the constant glare of betrayal and public scrutiny. Gwen Stefani, the queen of pop rock with a unique and charming style, and Gavin Rossdale, the charismatic frontman of the band Bush, were once considered one of the most powerful and enduring couples in the rock industry. They were married for 13 years, raised 3 sons together, created a seemingly perfect family image, and became a symbol of lasting love in the eyes of the public. However, everything that seemed solid collapsed. When Rossdale's heartbreaking secret was exposed, the male singer was discovered to have a 3-year affair with their children's nanny, the person Gwen and Gavin had absolutely trusted to take care of the family. This behavior was not just a simple affair, but also a deep betrayal, destroying the trust and safety in Gwen's own home. Stephanis' reaction to this shock was extreme pain. She struggled with feelings of betrayal in the place where she once felt safest, her home and family. Shortly after the incident was revealed, Gwen filed for divorce, ending a seemingly stable marriage and drawing the attention of the entire music industry. The news spread like wildfire, causing shock and outrage in the public and media, especially when the betrayal occurred in a family environment where trust is supposed to be absolute. Despite the terrible emotional shock, Gwen Stefani gradually overcame the pain, found new love with singer Blake Shelton, and focused on her music career and raising her children. But the story of Rossdale's betrayal remains an emotional scar, a reminder that even the most seemingly stable families can be shaken by lies and betrayal from those we trust most. This story also serves as a reminder to the public that safety and trust within the family are precious, and when broken, it can have profound consequences, not only emotionally, but also in terms of the public image of celebrities. Jesse James and Sandra Bullock, one of the most shocking cheating scandals in Hollywood history. Right from the beginning of their relationship, the public was stunned. Sandra Bullock, the queen of romantic comedy with a sweet, perfect and friendly image, chose to stick with Jesse James, a famous television mechanic with a bold tattoo and rebellious style. They seemed to be two completely opposite people, but still held hands, creating the image of a happy family, making the audience feel like they were witnessing a modern fairy tale. However, in 2010, that perfect curtain completely collapsed. The continuous cheating accusations against Jesse James caused a stir in public opinion, becoming a hot headline in every newspaper. Jesse was forced to publicly apologize to Sandra and the world for his unforgivable acts of betrayal. The scandal not only destroyed the seemingly stable marriage, but also caused a terrible mental shock to Sandra Bullock. She, who has always been known for her cheerful, strong, and confident image, now has to face the ultimate pain. Sandra temporarily withdrew from major film promotion events and disappeared from the spotlight to have time to heal her heartache and at the same time protect her personal image from public scrutiny. This incident has shattered the image of a dream family that the public once admired and at the same time emphasized a heartbreaking reality. Even Hollywood stars, who seem invulnerable, living in glory and success, cannot avoid betrayal and deep emotional pain. Shania Twain and Robert Mutt Lange, one of the most powerful and famous couples in country music, were once admired by the public for their perfect harmony between love and music. They met through work, then gradually built a relationship that transcended the boundaries of marriage, creating classic hits together and creating a powerful music empire. For more than a decade, they appeared as a symbol of lasting love. Love, career, and family seemed to blend perfectly, making everyone believe that they were an unshakable couple. However, in 2008, Shania's seemingly perfect world collapsed. The sudden breakup was announced, shocking fans and the media. The painful truth was quickly revealed. Lange had been having an affair, but what shocked and hurt Shania even more was that his lover was Marion Thibault, Shania's longtime best friend. This double pain was like a double shock. Not only was she betrayed by her husband, but also stabbed in the back by someone she had trusted completely. The image of a happy family, a stable career, all suddenly disappeared under the impact of betrayal and the spotlight from the media. During that time, Shania had to face the torment of public opinion. Every gossip, every article, every news about the affair emphasized her pain, turning her private life into a performance in front of the whole world. She struggled with the feeling of losing faith in humanity, both personal pain and pressure from the public and the media. However, Shania Twain chose to stand up in an extraordinary way. Instead of letting the pain destroy her, she turned it into a source of creative inspiration. The singer returned to the stage, devoted herself to music, and gradually affirmed the inner strength of a person who refused to succumb to betrayal. Her journey is not just about her music or her career, it is also a testament to the fact that people can recover, be reborn from the deepest wounds, and shine brighter than ever. Shania Twain's story is a bitter but profound reminder that even the most perfect and admired relationships can fall apart under the pressure of betrayal and relentless public scrutiny. But at the same time, it is a testament to the incredible strength of the human spirit when betrayed.